Welcome back to Screen Breakdown. Today we're diving into the thrilling explanation of Breaking Bad Season 1, Episode 2, titled Cats in the Bag. Let's unravel all the intense moments, shocking twists, and key developments in this episode. Stay tuned! Previously on Breaking Bad, we were introduced to Walter White, a high school chemistry teacher in Albuquerque, struggling to make ends meet while supporting his pregnant wife, Skyler, and teenage son, Walter Jr., who has cerebral palsy. Walter's world is turned upside down when he's diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, leaving him desperate to secure his family's financial future. Fate leads him to reconnect with Jesse Pinkman, a former student turned small-time meth cook. Walter proposes an unlikely partnership. He'll use his chemistry expertise to produce the purest methamphetamine, and Jesse will handle the distribution. In their first cook, they attract the attention of local drug dealers Emilio and Krazy-8, leading to a deadly confrontation. Walter's quick thinking saves their lives but leaves them with two problems: one dead body and one unconscious dealer. Now Walter and Jesse must deal with the fallout, and Walter begins to grapple with the consequences of his decision to break bad. The episode opens with a surreal flashback dream sequence where a charred pink teddy bear is floating in a swimming pool, hinting at future events. This sets the tone for the series, teasing viewers with symbolic imagery that foreshadows the destruction Walter's decisions will eventually cause. Immediately following the events of Episode 1, Walter and Jesse are shown driving the RV back to town. The RV is a chaotic mess, filled with chemicals, the body of Emilio, and Krazy-8, who is barely conscious. Walter is trying to think logically about their next steps, while Jesse is panicking. During this drive, they decide to park the RV at Jesse's house to deal with the bodies and equipment later. Walter tries to return to normal life after the horrifying events in the desert. At home, he takes an unusually long shower, clearly trying to wash away the emotional weight of his actions. He avoids answering Skyler's questions about his strange behavior and makes up vague excuses. Skyler notices his odd demeanor, and her curiosity is piqued. Back at Jesse's house, Krazy-8 wakes up, adding immediate tension. Walter and Jesse realize they can't let Krazy-8 go because he knows too much. Walter suggests keeping him locked in the basement while they figure out what to do. This is one of the earliest moments where Walter's logical, calculated approach to solving problems is highlighted, though he still struggles with the moral implications. At home, Skyler continues to grow suspicious of Walter's behavior. She notices that Walter is receiving strange phone calls and being evasive. Her investigative instincts lead her to trace one of the numbers from their phone records, which belongs to Jesse Pinkman. Fueled by her suspicions, she takes action to learn more about this mysterious connection. Skyler tracks down Jesse's address and confronts him. This is a pivotal moment, as Skyler is proactive in uncovering the truth. She demands to know how he knows Walter. Jesse, caught completely off guard and under immense pressure from the situation at his house, denies any connection to Walter. Though Skyler doesn't get concrete answers, she leaves more convinced than ever that something is wrong. Walter and Jesse face the grim task of disposing of Emilio's body. Walter suggests dissolving the corpse in hydrofluoric acid, explaining its effectiveness in breaking down tissue. He instructs Jesse to purchase a specific plastic container large enough to hold the body in the acid. This moment highlights Walter's scientific knowledge and problem-solving abilities, which becomes central to their partnership. Walter struggles with what to do about Krazy-8. He knows that letting him go would jeopardize their safety, but the thought of killing him weighs heavily on his conscience. This internal battle begins to reveal the cracks in Walter's morality. At this stage, he is still hesitant to fully embrace the criminal world, showcasing the early stages of his transformation into Heisenberg. Jesse, tasked with disposing of Emilio's body, ignores Walter's specific instructions to use a plastic container. Instead, he decides to use the upstairs bathtub, thinking it will save time. This leads to one of the most shocking and iconic scenes in the series. The acid eats through the porcelain bathtub and the floor beneath it, causing the liquefied remains of Emilio to crash through the ceiling into the hallway below. This horrifying yet darkly comedic moment emphasizes Jesse's inexperience and impulsive behavior. contrasting sharply with Walter's methodical approach. It also serves as a reminder of the messy and brutal consequences of their actions. Amidst the chaos, Walter continues to juggle his role as a husband and father. Skyler's growing suspicion and investigative efforts begin to strain their relationship. Walter Jr. is briefly shown in this episode, highlighting the normalcy Walter is trying to protect while navigating his descent into the criminal underworld. As the episode concludes, Walter begins to come to terms with the harsh realities of the path he's chosen. Although he's still plagued by guilt and uncertainty, he understands that there's no turning back. Jesse, on the other hand, is increasingly overwhelmed by the chaos and violence, setting up the dynamic tension in their partnership for future episodes. The episode shows the immediate fallout of Walter and Jesse's actions, highlighting how every choice they make has unintended consequences. Walter's struggle with whether to kill Krazy-8 marks one of the first significant steps in his transformation into Heisenberg. Walter's attempt to maintain normalcy at home while dealing with chaos at Jesse's house creates a stark contrast that becomes a recurring theme in the series. Jesse's reckless decisions, such as the bathtub incident, emphasize his lack of foresight and highlight Walter's role as the more methodical, logical partner. At the very end of episode 2, we see a seemingly unrelated but ominous scene. Two children playing in the desert come across a gas mask that Walter and Jesse left behind during their cook. This moment is subtle but significant. It highlights the carelessness and the potential consequences of their actions. The discarded mask symbolizes the growing trail of evidence Walter and Jesse are leaving behind, suggesting that their criminal activities will have far-reaching and unforeseen consequences. It's a chilling reminder that every misstep could bring their world crashing down. This scene foreshadows the relentless scrutiny and danger they will face as they delve deeper into the drug world. Thanks for watching this breakdown of Breaking Bad, Season 1, Episode 2. We hope you enjoyed diving deeper into the story, characters, and hidden details. Let us know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Screen Breakdown for more in-depth analyses of your favorite shows and movies. Stay tuned for our next episode breakdown. See you soon.